Hello everybody, welcome back for some StormGate action. We got ISanych on the Infernal pieces going up against DONILYA for the Vanguard pieces. This is a round of 8 match from the TANC number 7. That is the Alpha Navigators Cup. And, well, it's pretty hard to get some replays from that cup because the best players are also the laziest ones. So they don't upload their replays. This is the case in every game. The better the player, the more focused they are on just playing. And all the external stuff is just... they don't give a crap. Scout trying to get this imp. Well, the day you get an imp kill is the day you should go to the lottery. Because I haven't seen anything that is quite like a Clem Reaper, for example, that is just guaranteed to get a kill. Scouts, especially because the white health is just so high, you probably just can't get an imp kill unless you're super, like, lucky. Or you get that Beryllium Claw upgrade like DONILYA is going for. But we do see an immediate wall-off here from ISanych. Walling off with the Iron Vault, with the Conclave, and getting a meat farm as well. Mining Trillium with one worker, making sure that he has enough for that. One Gaunt, and no more than just one Gaunt. And now moves out with the Brute plus Gaunt combo, trying to get a couple camps for himself. Probably wants to get one of these resource camps. Now we do have Beryllium Claws ready on DONILYA's units, and you can see that this spider doesn't stand a chance, gets taken down immediately, and immediately goes for the second resource camp here as well, and does take it down. So that's 40 Illuminite going into the pocket of DONILYA. This Gaunt really has to stay away from these scouts, because this is a light unit. Oh my god! Oh, DONILYA gets the snipe on the first Gaunt of ISanych. And that is pretty painful. 4 doggos running around now. And we do have this Brute making sure that no doggos can get into the main base, so ISanych doesn't have to invest into one of those Shroud Stones. Oh my god, 5 scouts out on the map. Meanwhile, 2 workers on Trillium now. So, pretty close to 100, I would imagine, for the Lancer upgrade. But also going out with the Bobs for an expansion here. Immediate overcharge, so these Bobs are unkillable. 100 armor when overcharged. And now a full surround onto the Brute as well. Now, these dogs here in the natural again. Denying, or trying to deny this expansion. I'm pretty sure a second Gaunt got sniped here, but I'm not sure. Because I saw some blips on the minimap, but there was action on both sides of the map. We do see 2 Fiends here chilling out that came out of the Brute, but the second expansion for DONILYA is now up. These 5 doggos really reigning supreme on the map right now. Do see a Shroud Stone here to secure the base of ISanych. And the dogs going over to the vision cap as well, making sure that DONILYA has all of the vision, all of the map control. And that's a lot of Trillium mining. What is he going to use it for? Is he going to get a Greater Spire? Yes, he is. Look at that. Greater Spire achieved, which opens up Doombringers from the Conclave, but also you can throw down tech structures, such as the Shadow Cleft and also the Ritual Chamber. So we'll see what ISanych wants to do with this new achieved, or new tech route newly opened up. What is DONILYA doing here? Sending out more Bobs, going for a 4th or a 3rd base, sending out 4 Bobs. Apparently that is the number. Getting this 3rd base immediately boosts it, and we're getting a 3rd base here for DONILYA really fast. And oh, there's a Doombringer, alright. Shroudstone, making sure that these doggos don't feel safe in approaching the base here and trying to go for some imps. Now, Doombringer going straight through DONILYA's vision, so he should be ready for that drop. I don't know if ISanych noticed that. We do see another meat farm and another Shroudstone going down, so he's very aware of the fact that he can't really defend against all of these scouts, but the scouts are back home waiting for this drop to arrive. We do see sentry posts being built at every base right now to deal with this drop here. We do have one Gaunt in the back here, making sure that if something dies, immediately we see extra fiends on the map. There is the first fiend. Oh, it ducks away into the Doombringer there, and now this Lancer is also fully surrounded. Nice job. Oh, this sentry post does get completed. A Lancer goes in, and now this drop has to leave. Gets repaired on up by the Bobs. And second barracks is also operational. Doombringer now chills out at the third base. Meanwhile, behind this, ISanych went for a third base by breaking open his own layer of trees. Probably going to be putting a meat farm there. So let's see. Oh, building something else here. I think that's a Shadow Cleft, which will enable Hellborns and Magmadons to be built from the Conclave. So we really are going to be seeing more tier 2 units out of ISanych. Now let's look at what we see here from DONILYA. We see turrets at every base and some habitats, but no further tech just yet. No tier 2 command structure either. Oh my god, look at this sentry post just shelling on him. One exo inside of a sentry post gives it AoE damage, and you just see all of these units just getting destroyed. It's kind of funny how the barrel kept resetting for some reason. I don't know, that's a weird bug. Where the barrel kept going back to neutral after shooting once. Or losing, like, range of something. Now, nicely creeping here in the middle is ISanych taking these resource camp level 2s to give double the resources. And, of course, also those fiends now from the Gaunts. From that Infest passive. So the Shadow Cleft is online. Do we have any tier 2 units yet? I haven't seen any. But we might see some upgrades. For example, you can upgrade your brutes to spawn 3 fiends instead of 2. And there is a Magmadon here. So that's the first tier 2 unit. I guess the Doombringer's also tier 2. Ooh, 2 Doombringers on the map, actually. And all the units get unloaded. ISanych looking for a fight here. Nice kiting here by DONILYA, sniping a couple of those fiends, getting more veterancy points onto his units. We also see some exos out here as well. We do see a tier 2 command structure. You can see the difference, kind of. Like, there's an extra layer on the outside. It's, they should make that more visually appealing, but I just always look at the house. If there's a house, then it's a tier 2. Then it's the tier 2. That means that medtechs are on the table here, and we also see the hangar here for DONILYA, so he can start making Hornets or evacs or even think about Sentinels if he makes the robotics lab. And here is the first Hornet. These Hornets are super annoying. Their DPS is giga high, but their HP is rather low. But if you get a shield on them and they can just stand their ground and fight, crazy unit. Honestly, crazy unit. Oh. ISanych doing a nice drop here at the potential 4th base of DONILYA. There was no 4th base just yet, but one sentry post now gets denied, and the Doombringer is trying to fly out here, but the Hornet will shoot down the Doombringer, so all of the units do get dropped. And yeah, the Brute did get upgraded at the Shadow Cleft, because we saw 3 fiends spawn there from Brute dying. Of course, making that a lot more value. Oh my god, look at these 14 workers. I wonder if it's worth it to just plant down another shrine here You can even fit a shrine over here. Or at this... yeah, I don't know. I think that could be worth it, because look at the distance that these 14 imps have to run. More iron vaults being added on here. So ISanych really wants to have some more brute potential, literally. We have a lot of Magmadons here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Magmadons ready to deal with any amount of ground forces that DONILYA might bring to the table. And a low amount of Magmadons, you can still kind of kite them with your Exos. But once they are on top of your army, and once they have the stun upgrade as well, it's really nasty. Now the Exos already got a couple shots off, and they have their upgrade. Which means that now they have extra speed, and they can just kind of run away from these Magmadons. So it's something you really have to take into account as the Vanguard player. As long as you got a couple shots off before these Magmadons showed up, you probably are fast enough to kite them. Oh my god, all of the Magmadons accidentally used their ability, used the trample, so now DONILYA knows there's no more trample here. My Lancers can go in, my Exos can go in, we can just snipe them one by one by one. ISanych is taking a 5th base amongst all of this, and now, oh my god, the Hellborns are out. The Shadow Cleft enabling the construction of these Hellborns. And making a bunch of Shroud Stones here as well, trying to defend this 3rd base, not prepared to give it up. Oh my god, this Magmadon with the trample doing a lot of damage and controlling them up a lot. Has that mini stun upgrade from the Shadow Cleft as well. Things like Demon Tremor or something. It's a crazy ability name. Oh my god, the Exos get on top of this Hellborn. Oh, barely. Oh yeah, they'll get the snipe in the end. But look at these Hellborn just chucking pure, unadulterated hatred onto the army of DONILYA. I think that's literally what the attack is called. It's like pure hatred or like condensed hatred or something like that. Oh, but yeah, look at the map though. He has 5, or this is a 5th base. Do we see... oh, we see a bunch more barracks. Okay, I was interested to see, like, is he going Vulcans, more or more bio? Oh no, this medtech walks into the army. Nice catch here by ISanych, catching a bunch of reinforcements, but look at the Exos. They get a bunch of shots onto the Fiends that were walking too far forward, and now the Magmadons do try to catch up, try to get enough stuns going, but can't quite get that army to stop moving and let the Hellborns catch up. Now, ooh, one Lancer is in the back here. That could do a lot of damage and confuse these Hellborns. Look at that. All these Hellborns focusing this one Lancer. Really nice. And now the entire army of DONILYA trying to focus down these Magmadons. Oh, but the Hellborns doing a lot of damage here. Focusing down these Exos as well. Medtechs can't heal what is already dead. They are not Necromancers. Oh my god, and the Lancers do get completely annihilated by all of these Magmadons. Look at their health. It's so low all of a sudden. But they are still here fighting, and of course their passive has procced. So they are very, very fast boys, and they attack very, very fast. And the Exos in the back, look at that. All of them getting that veterancy up. So they do a lot of damage right now. Let's look at the base. We see a scrap station. Do we have a mecha bay? No, it's just more barracks. We just see mass bio coming out of ILYA with one airstrip. Or whatever it's called. Helipad. It makes air units, guys. And there we go. We see a sentry post with a medtech in there. That heals your entire army so quickly. It's kind of like a health camp. But just, you know, wherever you want it. I think it heals for like 8 a second if you are out of combat. And half that if you're in combat. Oh my god, getting a sentry post just in the middle of the map. I like that a lot. ISanych does have this base over here, which can be sieged from behind if you have something like an Atlas. But we don't see a mecha bay just yet. Oh my god, look at this army. It's so many Exos and Lancers. Just, oh my god, but the Flayed Dragon is here, ready to infest all of your units. And the Magmadons did pull the trigger. All of them pulled the trigger. But they go forward in the process, go way too far forward. And suddenly they were getting targeted down by all of these Exos. Oh no, the Hellborns move commanded in to the front lines. And look at how many Exos we have. Oh no. ISanych using all of his tramples and putting all of his high-tech units out of position ever so slightly. And DONILYA immediately capitalizes on that fact and now just crushes down the army. Only the Flayed Dragon is still up in the air trying to fight. But this looks like an overwhelming army from the Vanguard here. Look at the Exos just doing the damage. Flayed Dragon's still here, though. We saw the healing ability going down. Oh, no, the Exos get the target. But the Flayed Dragon does fly away. And these Hellborns plus Flayed Dragon combos somehow out-kiting the kiting army from the Vanguard here. Immediate cancel on this 5th base of ISanych. But what can he really do? He has a lot of Hellborns now, though, so he had a lot of charges left. Did do a good job of regaining a bit of an army. And look at that. A bunch of fiends spawning from dead Exos, but... oh my god, that's a lot of Shroud Stones. You don't want to fight those. He was like, nope, I guess we go into your army. Those are less... that's less scary than the 5 Shroud Stones over there. More Exos coming from the bottom. Oh my god, big trample play here. A lot of damage being done to all of these juicy Exos in the back, who of course do not take reduced damage like the Lancers do. And it wasn't enough. The Hellborns are now being targeted. The Brutes are stuck beyond the Hellborns. More Brutes trying to get in, but all of the Hellborns have already been targeted down except for one. And ILYA taking down another big chunk of the army. Flayed Dragon also went down. And now can he defend this 5th base over here? I think if he loses this one, ISanych, can you stay in the game after this? You don't have a lot of fresh bases. Your main base is mined out. Your natural is about to mine out. And ILYA just has his entire side of the map now, about to take the last base on his side of the map. Oh, look at this Magmadon going for the juicy Exos, but the Exos just standing their ground, being healed by all of these medtechs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 medtechs. And we do see pure hatred raining down onto the army of the Vanguard here, but it wasn't enough, and ISanych leaves the game. GG's out. And ILYA takes the first game of this best of 3. And for game number 2, we are here on Secluded Grove. And before the action starts, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It does make me pretty happy. Now, ISanych, the Infernal here, is sending out 4 imps right away. Is he just rushing that middle base? That would be insane. And also very cool. Now, Scout is going into the main base, and he finds nothing so far. And we see an Iron Vault going down here. What's happening here? Conclave? No second Iron Vault? Is this just a rush? It's just as a straight up rush, just brute rushing. Oh my god, look at the imps just hiding themselves in the trees here. Oh my god, another Iron Vault does go down. And it's immediately spotted. And this is a meat farm, I presume. Now, what is ILYA going to do with this? This is a pretty clear rush to me. Look at all these Iron Vaults. 3 Iron Vaults rallied up to this Therium mine. And, oh my god. Oh my... No, the surround! The surround! ILYA gets this imp surrounded and can't build a meat farm. And now has to build one at home right away. Oh my god, this rush already getting stifled a little bit. First brute is out. We have 1 barracks from ILYA so far. What is he going to pull out of the hat to defend. Oh my god, the scout sees everything. There are 3 iron vaults on the map. And I mean, if you hold this and then just clear up these buildings, what can ISanych really do here? What a rush. And now here the brutes come into the main base of DONILYA. We see a lab going down. And a sentry post. Boom, the bobs do get overcharged, so faster building, 100 armor, and 3 lancers already. I'm surprised we don't see a couple bobs here to tank a little bit. But DONILYA thinks he doesn't need that. Lancers moving back, nice. Oh my god, the sentry post finishes up, does get repaired, and the first brute does go down. And when this sentry post with lancer combo actually shoots its chainsaw, it jumps around, like it bounces at least once. And so it does massive damage, especially to these fiends. It just can kill both fiends right away. So we do see the lab now. I'm assuming a second barracks as well here. And the dog scout does come back. Boom, look at that. Chainsaw turret is really strong. And I think this rush has been held. And ISanych agrees, goes for an expansion here. Starts to mine a little bit of Trellium. Probably going to build a conclave at some point. What are they doing? And now the scout plus 2 lancers are moving across the map. Do you see the second barracks finishing up? The lab is researching some type of upgrade. I would presume it's the lancer upgrade, since that one is pretty strong. And he has 2 workers on Trellium. More lancers running across the map as well. How are you going to keep this expansion alive? Another brute being rallied to the natural of DONILYA. Trying to maybe delay any possible expansion that comes out. Scout runs in and gets a full scout of the main base right away. Just stay away from the meat farm. We have 2 lancers here. And the units of DONILYA are here on the imps. Oh my god, that's a lot of imps though. And they are angry. And they catch 1 lancer here. And the lancer does go down. But no mining here from DONILYA right now. Or from ISanych just now. There's 1 brute here in the back, but this turret just defending almost all of the bobs by himself. And now 1 brute does come back. Try and defend all of these imps. The fellhound's already been killed. 1 fellhound alive. Can this brute do it? DONILYA's just clicking down fellhounds and clicking down the imps. Look at this. These lancers now. Lancer has the upgrade as well, and they're just targeting down these imps. They are like, okay, yeah, sure, just hit us. We get buffed by that. Oh my god, this scout is still alive somehow. Fellhog does take down the scout in the end. More lancers are coming into the base 1 by 1, just trickling in. And these lancers just have crazy stats. So hard to kill them, especially with this upgrade. They become very slippery, and they start doing a lot of damage because of their attack speed being so high. Oh my god, almost gets another imp. Look at the movement speed on that guy. He just runs around. 4 workers left here. There are 14 in the natural, though. So maybe DONILYA a little bit of tunnel vision here. Just sending across 2 lancers at a time. I do wonder what all this Trellium is for now. Two Shroud Stones being constructed at the natural. So how are you going to stop this? As DONILYA, you are now behind kind of in expansions. But you are still kind of have the upper hand in tech. Like, Lancers are just such strong units. Brutes kind of don't like Lancers very much. Even though Brutes do decently well because they do a lot of damage in one swipe. Like, Lancers are just crazy, especially against the Fiends. They just outkite the Fiends for days. Look at that. Another Lancer does get in. Runs on in there. 2 more Lancers. And oh my god, they keep trying to hit the Iron Vaults. Every time DONILYA attacks moves with his units. Probably selects all of his units as soon as they spawn. Oh my god, these are so low, these Lancers. And all of these Lancers do go down in the end. More Shroud Stones going down. And somehow, some way, look at this, so many Shroud Stones. Our boy ISanych is still in this game. These Iron Vaults were not contested by DONILYA at all. Not even one Lancer. Just slowly but surely killing it. Oh my god, this Lancer just didn't care because he was following that other Lancer around. Are you kidding me? A couple Lancers now coming back home. We do see an expansion from DONILYA, which is, of course, you can, like, kind of instantaneously build that with a couple Bobs and Overcharge. More barracks being added on. We do not have a Tier 2 command structure yet. No command center yet. Just command posts. So no medtechs on the horizon, but we might see a couple Exos coming out. Because he's been mining quite a bit of Trellium. And he, oh my god, DONILYA did manage to kind of lure the brutes into chainsaw range. What a weird game. Look at all of these structures just littered around the map. And here are the Exos. Oh no. And what are you to do if you are a brute? You're getting shot by man with gun. And gun is pain. Now look at these Exos. Even without their upgrade, they're already kiting out the brutes. The Fiends are fast enough to catch up though, but oh my god, look at this. ISanych actually going in with a lot of brutes here. But the Bobs still have overcharge here. And they won't die. They are now joining the fight as well. All of these brutes suddenly stuck here with him. Who's stuck with whom? And it's definitely ISanych kind of falling for a trap there. Overcommitting with his units and suffering terrible losses there. Very well done by DONILYA. Now finally getting the time to remove this Iron Vault from the game. And let's see if ISanych is going to replace those. He is replacing one of them, but two more will fall if he doesn't defend them, and it doesn't look like he can, getting the most brutes out of them before they fall. I'm very surprised that we haven't seen a singular conclave. Now we do see a greater shrine, but I haven't seen any tech being used from that. Oh, this is a conclave. Okay, nice. No, it's a shadow cleft, actually. So we could make some Magmadons from the Iron Vault, but he's not doing that. But as soon as this Iron Vault finishes, he could make some. Do see a third expansion. Bunch of iron shroud stones going down. But he's just really big chilling. Wow. And DONILYA runs back. He turns around. It's like, okay, I'll check this expansion. Because he sees these 3 shroud stones plus meat farms. And he's like, I'm not sure if I can break that right now. So moves on over, gets the vision camp, immediately sees this defensive setup. And with Lancers, you can take this. Especially if ISanych is not in position to reinforce his own static defenses here. Putting the Lancers in front, thinking about a move-in. Going for the health camp first, question mark? And now DONILYA actually not forcing it. He's just going for the middle. Takes down the middle, which is of course this super base. And as soon as this has been established, he just has such an economic lead that I don't know if ISanych can match it. We do see kind of a sneaky hidden base here in the top left by ISanych. Very cool. And now more Bobs are just walking into this middle super base. And it's slowly but surely being fortified by DONILYA. We do see a scout drone dog going out. Do you see some Hellborns as well? And now finally DONILYA goes for it. He's like, I have enough Exos. One Exo is being targeted down by the Shroud Stones, but look at that. Barely loses a unit for 4 Shroud Stones. And This one Lancer gets the immediate shield up. Nice putting that forward. Oh my god, but the Hellborns are targeted onto the Exos. Look at that. Nice target fire here from ISanych. Brutes in front to tank. Finally, some Magmadons being added on as well. Now, we do see a command center is now operational, so we could see some medtechs being added on as well. Together with the Exo upgrade. Or I think they might already have it, actually. Oh my god. Oh. DONILYA. He's in the know. He was like, how are you still in this game? Let me just scout around the map with my top bar abilities. Did send a Lancer down, so he now knows about this top base. Nothing has been committed yet. He sees the entire army here on the left. I'm surprised he's not moving into this third base right away just to click it down. But, to be fair, DONILYA can be pretty passive this game. Look at this. Look at this crazy base. Just building more sentry posts. Being like, yeah, you can't actually win this game anymore. I just have more economy. Look at these barracks. Nice wall. Kind of like a Warcraft 3 wall. I love that. And just pure barracks play coming out from DONILYA. And very exo heavy again. And as long as these Magmadons don't get on top of your Exos, you are fine. And you can body block them with your Lancers, forcing them to use Trample, and then you can just shoot them and go back with your Exos. It's kind of how I've been seeing these Vanguard players engage. Another sentry post out on the map. I love this a lot. Look at all these Shroud Stones, but... oh, nice shield usage on this one Lancer, taking all of the damage on his shields. Basically meaning that he takes 0 damage. Of course, super good synergy with his passive as well. And now this top left base gets cleaned up by a couple Exos and some Lancers. Now, big force of Exos actually just forcing their way in. Oh my god, the Magmadon does get on top of these Exos. Look at all of these Exos immediately melting away because of this Magmadon. Oh my god. Don't go too crazy on the Exos if your opponent has 60 Magmadons. You have to really pick those off one by one. And now top base has been denied by DONILYA, and look at this. He's just building a defensive position, and he's slowly going to siege this third base. He's already very sure that there is no more bases for ISanych, but actually... there used to be a Lancer here, but I guess some F2 action took that Lancer away. Now, ISanych actually taking some initiative and moving on top of the army of DONILYA, trying to get that damage done. We saw a big Magmadon hit in the middle of the Exos, but not enough. Another Magmadon comes in, gets stuck a little bit. Doesn't quite kill the Exos. They're so red. The medtechs do... heal them up a little bit, and oh my god, the Lancers just reign supreme. And ISanych GG's out once again. DONILYA takes the 2-0 in this best of 3 and moves on to the round of 4 in the TANC7. That's the Alpha Navigators Cup. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this cast. We'll be doing a couple more from this tournament, so I hope to see you in the next one. Like and subscribe. Cheers.